As you know, you see the logo, baby. Today's show is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. We talking about the top rated, the number one sportsbooking app in all of North America, baby. Safe, secure, and of course, reliable. And with NFL season all the way in the swing of it, man, we got 1, 2, 3. We time for week 4, baby. And I don't know if y'all been following your favorite team, but some of these teams hitting really well. Others, you got to focus on the parlays, okay? And those are all the beautiful things that you get offered with DraftKings Sportsbook, baby. Same game parlays, you got player prop bets, and a lot of other things included. But just like with anything, if I'm gonna talk about it, you know I got a promo code for you, baby. So you see it right there. The promo code is Moats. When you make your first bet, my new customer, for $5, you will get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Like I said, just use the promo code Moats. It's simple, man. It is super simple. But at the same time, you might get lost in the sauce, and I understand that can happen. And if you're living in New York, you see the number that you can text. But for everybody else, the digits to dial are 1-800-GAMBLER. But let's talk a little bit around the league real quick, man. On the back end of this thing, like I said, man, y'all hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Because we do got an update, man, around the league, man. It was a little bit of an injury Sunday. Not the biggest fan of it either. Because we had a couple of our guys, former guys, go down, man. Pretty significant injuries. The nasty, yucky kind, man. Obviously, Najee Harris with the torn Achilles. Definitely nasty season, done for the year. And then we obviously saw James Conner had that gruesome ankle injury, man. Done for the year. Both of them dudes, man. Wish them speedy recoveries, man. Sucks anytime, man, you see RBs, or not even RBs, just players in general, get hurt, man. And those type of injuries, man, I was literally sitting next to wifey. I'm like, babe, that right there be one of the biggest things that I never, ever want to experience. And one of my biggest fears when I was playing is like, yo, that lower body injury. Oh, I was like, yo, you take the concussion every time over that, man. Because it's just, it affects how you move. It affects your athleticism, man. And those injuries can be very tough to return from. Heck, we seen even with Aaron Rodgers, man. It didn't took him, a whole year and a half to get back to moving well. It was like, man, all the last year, first year back from the Achilles, you could just see. And a lot of players say the same thing. Was it Dante Jackson? He was here with us a year ago, man, came on for the interview. And he talked about how when he first recovered from his torn Achilles, that first year he really didn't have the burst that pop. So that's the part that definitely sucks for Najee. When you're talking about just him going forward, man, because RBs already get a bad rap in terms of why you don't pay them and what they can and can't do. But it's like, man, for a guy like him whose game is predicated on that power, but he's still an explosive, powerful back. It's like, man, that can really hurt, man, at this stage of his career. And then same with James Conner, man, another powerful, guy that can not just run you over, but can catch out the backfield as well, man. He's really just been the guy out there in Arizona, man, him and Kyler Murray. But, man, to see the injury that he had, I'm just like, wow, dude, that could be one of them bad ones, man. So, like I said, both of them dudes, man, we definitely hope that they can return, man, at some point, within the next year or two, man. But that's always tough, man, on those dudes. But around the league, though, man, in terms of what we were seeing this weekend, it was some good games. It was some good games going on, man. It was some good games. I do want to ask them, man, how y'all feeling about the Chiefs right now, man? Do y'all feel confident in the Chiefs, man? Because I just got to start with them because we was watching them last night, right? They had the sexy game, the prime time joint, Denver so Russie. And I'm like, bro, I don't know. I know we supposed to be like scared of them. I know they supposed to be like the boogeyman and all this, but just like, yo, outside of Mahomes, what am I telling myself they nicer than us at? Yeah, I ain't really seeing that one. Maybe that's me. And that's why I'm like, yo, is it just the Mahomes part? Because I'm like, yo, they have Mahomes, and I'm with you on Mahomes, but I'm like, they O-line is they running game. They receivers, which one? Which one you worried to, like, you know what I mean? Like I just don't see it right now, man. I ain't gonna lie, I don't see it. I don't see it. I see Mahomes. I see Mahomes, but I don't see Chiefs just yet right now, man. Like, yo, eh, eh. Or maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe, maybe I should have looked at that game versus the Giants with a different scope. I should be looking at them like, yo, they found a way to win, and they nice now. But I was just like, yo, I know this Giants team we got questions about. And I'm looking at them really have their way. So, we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. But they can't protect. They for sure can't protect, and they don't seem to have the receivers that are winning in the manner that they are accustomed to. So I don't know, man. We're gonna see. But I did want to take a look around the league though, real quick, man, just at from a ranking standpoint, because you remember I got the poll still in. All right, the poll's been in for a while. It's been in for a long time today. Okay, and the poll simply says, are the Steelers good or nah? You vote good if you think they good, nah if you think nah. And a lot of y'all been on the poll today. All right, y'all, the poll been getting a lot of work, but it ain't tired. The poll been rested up for a while. I ain't broke the poll out in forever. So here y'all today. But 61, not 69, 61% of y'all do feel like the squad is good right now. All right. So I do like that. So let's see, as we keep the poll in, because I know some of y'all come on at the beginning, some of y'all got in at the middle, some of y'all now it's the back end. All right. So we're gonna find out which side we are on after 3 games thus far. All right. Oh, but before I do get actually, no, I already got that thing. Yeah. So let me look real quick, man, as I pull up just where we are in the AFC. We obviously know in the AFC North, we're currently, sitting behind of all teams, the Bengals, but that's because the Ravens play tonight, right? They have the Monday night game versus the Lions. So, of course, we're going to be tapping in, watching them, see what that looks like. But right now, Bengals 2-1. They dropped the game this weekend. Vikings got after them, right? But we also know this is the game with Jake Brown is starting, and that's who's going to be their starter for the duration until Burrow comes back. So we sitting at 2-1. Browns obviously 1-2. We'll see what Baltimore does tonight. AFC South, interesting enough. Colts sitting at 3-0. Indiana Jones, shout out to him if you believe him. Okay. Jacksonville 2-1. But then you got Texans sitting at 0-3. Titans at 0-3. So those two divisions right there, we like, all right. We still on the high. We still feel like we're on the uptick, better swing. And I do feel like in terms of just the projection part, us are 2-1 versus Bengals 2-1. Bengals are without their quarterback for the next 2 to 3 months. And we just saw them have a nice butt kicking take place as well. So I do feel a lot more optimistic about our situation than theirs, just from within the division standpoint. AFC West, right? Chargers look legit. I ain't even gonna hold you, man. 3-0. Obviously, they lose Najee, but they still got a Marion Hampton out there. They still have a dope defense as well, man. Playmakers on all 3 levels. Of course, my dog Bud Dupree out there as well. So y'all know I'm showing my man love. All right. But to me, man, the Chargers for sure look good, man. The Chargers, I think, are one of them teams, man. You should be worried about them more than the Chiefs, Broncos, and Raiders. All right. I think Chargers are legit, man, in terms of what they're doing, in terms of how Justin Herbert is playing as well. And that's why they're sitting at 3-0. They look good. Raiders, I like them, but at the same time, it's a hodgepodge at times, man. I get it. You got, Pete Carroll coming over there, man, implementing stuff. Brady, obviously part of the ownership group. I like Geno, like Genty, but at the same time, it's like he's still trying to get his legs up under him all the way. But I like Geno. I definitely like Geno, but they obviously took a little bit of a whacking over the weekend as well, man. Broncos are going to be tough, man, just because with Bo Nix, Sean Payton, the way they've been playing, man, they look good, but they're still 1-2 right now, right? Obviously, we talk about us being 2-1, they're 1-2. It's quick. You know what I mean? We could have been in that situation if we would have dropped this game, but we didn't. We found a way to win. And that's why it is important when we're just looking at how this thing is starting out, man, the first month of the season, right? Obviously, in the AFC East, it's a Bills party, and everything else is kind of cheeksies over there, right? Buffalo sitting at 3-0, Patriots 1-2, Jets 0-3, the Dolphins 0-3 as well. I mean, y'all know how the Dolphins look right now. Y'all have seen the Dolphins. All right. We over here, like, when y'all gonna start the fire sale? That's what we trying to see for the Dolphins. Because I want to cop a Jalen Waddle. I'm trying to cop a Waddle. I want to see that Waddle in black and gold. All right. I know everybody want the other one. I'm scared of the other one. All right. I'm scared of the other receiver over there. I don't want that around us. All right. I just call me old school. That to me is like, danger. Stay away. But when they start the fire sale, can we go ahead and get a Waddle, please? I think that'll look dope in the black and gold, man. All right. I think it'll look dope. But in terms of the AFC, though, got a couple of teams at 3-0, right? We said Colts, Chargers, Bills. I personally think Bills and Chargers are legit as heck. I think both of them are going to be tough to deal with, right? We know Baltimore, man, they just haven't played tonight. But once they play, man, we'll know more about them. But we feel very confident that Baltimore is legit. They're a handful to deal with. But I still feel good as a whole through these first 3 games of where we're sitting at least in the AFC side of things. Now, NFC looking kind of cool, man. I ain't gonna hold you. NFC done stepped their game up lately too, man, because they got some pieces, but partly due to they got some nice quarterbacks over there all of a sudden. They up the quarterback situation, right? Eagles sitting at 3-0. Eagles look tough. They obviously Rams. Oh, Rams. Field goal protection, man. Secure your gap. Help the man over here, okay? Yeah. And low. Stay low. I digress. But Eagles take care of business, man, finding a way to win, right? 3-0. They look good. I see why they're going to be, one of them teams that are going to be heavily talked about as repeating because they look complete. But they still got to do it, though, right? And that's the name of the game. And you got to stay healthy. Commanders, man, if they can stay healthy, they're going to be tough, man. In terms of them being at 2-1, Jaden Daniels, they're looking good over there. Debo Samuel and company, man, they find their ways. I'm like, yo, Debo, you're a kickoff menace right now, bro. Like, this new kickoff is your thing. This is what you do. So, Commanders are cool, but they also going to beat each other up in that division. I ain't tripping on that. Cowboys, we saw them it was that yesterday, man. GP and company, man, they're a little frustrated down there. I think CeeDee Lamb got hurt too, if I remember correctly. He's gonna be gone for some time too, man. So that's gonna be interesting, man, to just see how they tread water, because we know for Dallas, man, they are heavily based on their offense being, great, not just good. They have to be great. They got to score 30 plus for them to get up out them stadiums, because their defense, right? So with that, we're going to see how they continue to play out. Giants are struggling bus, man. Giants, I don't know what to expect, man. I thought last week they gave me hope with how Russ and how that offense played, how they really, threw the deep ball. But then you watched them versus the Chiefs yesterday. I'm like, yo, where's the deep ball at, man? Where's the aggressive passing attack, man? Where is that at? I don't see it. Love their pass rush, though. Love their pass rush. Sexy Dexy up front, man. You talk about dig on Brian Burns, Spider-Man over there. Then you got the young boy, Abdul Carter. I'm like, yo, y'all got pass rushers. All right. I love that. And then Thibodeau. You be forgetting the Thibodeau. I'm like, yo, Thibodeau nice too. I'm like, yo, they got the across the board. That's a one-on-one nightmare to deal with, man. But the rest of it sucks. And that's the problem. That's why the Giants are the Giants right now. 0-3, struggling, man. Struggling. NFC West looks interesting, though, man. I like NFC West right now. They for sure look tough, man. Every team in that division is, above 500 and looking good, man. Niners 3-0. Niners look tough, man. Niners are tough. And as long as Purdy stays healthy or is still over there, man, they're going to be good. But they also, I forgot, they had the other guy out there, quarterback, this past weekend, and shoot, he looked good, if I remember correctly, man. Because Purdy is out with he has like the toe, and it was another lower body injury that he's dealing with. Actually, let me pull up my man, because I want to make sure I pull, because they got out of there versus the Cardinals yesterday, if I remember correctly. Mac Jones. That's what I was like, yo. I was like, yo, who's the quarterback? I was like, I know it's another dude name out there. Mac Jones, man. Yes, Mac Jones, man. Shout out to Mac Jones, man. See, league, bro. Everybody get another chance, man. You get another chance, man. Get on the movie train. Make it work, baby. Make it work. But for sure, Mac Jones. And like I said, their system helps, but more importantly, man, they have a lot of pieces, but for them, they took a big blow, man. Nick Bosa toward the ACL, man. We obviously know that is their most gifted pass rusher, one of their best players on defense. We know they still got Fred Warner, but Nick Bosa for sure, that's their TJ Watt, that's their version of Myles Garrett. So him, having the torn ACL, that for sure is going to suck for them down the stretch. Rams, I like the Rams a lot though. 2-1, y'all knew I picked them to beat Philly in that game too, man. And if it won't for, just protect and help, if that would have taken place with low pad level, they get up out of that with a dub and they sitting there at 3-0. So yeah, I'm like, yo, as long as Matthew Stafford is healthy, his back feel good, it's hard for me to pick against him, man. Stafford and McVay, they just got that, we're going to outshoot you mentality. You can have all the talent you want up front. You can have all these pieces, but our scheme, my quick release is nicer than whatever you putting out there. And once again, it showed. The Rams are not afraid. The Rams, to me, give me Tampa Bay vibes in terms of their like FU mentality. My quarterback, his arm, these receivers are better than whatever you're doing defensively. That's why I love Tampa and what they're doing with Baker. But to me, man, the Rams are the finished version, the higher end version, and that's why they won the Super Bowl. And we're gonna see if Baker and Tampa what they can do with what they're bringing out. But I like the Rams, man. I think they're gonna be good, man. Cardinals looking nice too, man. James Conner going down is going to crush them, though. James is the physical, keep it on schedule. Kyler Murray, the safety valve. Them not having him, they're going to feel that loss for sure. Kyler is balling out, man. Kyler looks good. Marvin Harrison Jr. struggling, but James Conner not being out there, man, they are for sure going to feel that, man. So we'll see what that looks like going forward. Seattle, we already know how that happened. All right, leave us alone. We're not bringing up Seattle anymore. Okay, it's done. It's in the past. But Sam Darnold still looks good. Okay, but yeah, he's in the past. We're past that week. We don't talk about Seattle anymore. 24 hours are up. Okay. But hopefully they finish really well, so that way we could be like, see, told you they ain't suck. We lost to a dang good team, man. Shout out to Seattle. All right. Green Bay, what the heck was they doing? NFC North. What the heck was Green Bay doing? How the heck does Green Bay lose to freaking Cleveland? The Browns. The freaking Brownies, man. But that's why they're 2-1 right now. Minnesota, we got them upcoming over in Ireland. We'll see what they look like, man. They obviously came off with a big win versus the Jake Browning-led Bengals. But they've kind of been a mixed bag with JJ, with the young situation. But we know JJ is injured right now, so we should have Carson Wentz when we play them. So a little bit different in terms of veteran experience, but not all the way consistent and dominant, when he's been out there for elongated periods of time. So that's something we have to look at. But they're sitting at 2-1. Lions 1-1. They obviously got the game tonight, so we're going to see. I think y'all gonna be watching the game, so I'll be watching the game. Now, granted, for like the first hour of the game, I'm gonna be sitting in my car on my phone watching it because my baby girl, the hooper, she got little basketball eval, little trial situation. So I gotta water whip the whip, get out there, make her feel comfy. But then from there, I gotta watch the game, all right? Because I gotta, how it is. It's football season, man. Y'all know I'm not the only one, right? Me and wifey was trying to get on me the other day because she's like, yo, when football season starts, this is all I see from you. You walk around like this. I'm like, hey, I'll be like that. And then this weekend hit, and I was like, dude, stop looking at my freaking phone, man. I was wondering, am I the only one that's like that? Because I swear I be over here all the time like, hey, bro, just hold on. I'm going to put the game on. I be having the YouTube TV, the 4 game split on this little tail phone. I be like, bro, I can't even see it all the way, but I'm still going to watch it. All right. And then it's like, yo, I'm gonna put the game on the TV, a game on the computer. I need games on the phone. I just be like, yo, is this how it's always been? Because I'm new to being a fan. All right. I'm used to being on the player side. On the player side, I have my iPad and it's like, yo, it's just work. So I'm always watching film, but it's like all 22 work. Now I'm just watching just football. I'll be over this joint, bro. I told you I was watching Norfolk State because TG. So I'm like, I always gotta have Norfolk State playing. I'm watching, they going UNC. I'm like, yo, y'all are trash. Why am I watching this game? Right. But then I'm like, oh, John Maytier. I got to watch Maytier. All right. So anytime he's on, I'm like making the screen big for his games when he's on offense. Then it's like, okay. Carson Beck's up. All right. Let me click on Beck. Click. It's like, yo, am I the only one? Because I swear, I'm like, yo, wifey, why you call me out like that? I was feeling a little self-conscious like that. Is that really it? Yeah, man, it's crazy. And then I stay with with my AirPods too, because we'll have one game on the TV, and then, or it's like, say we're out somewhere, right? And I'm like, dang, I really need to like know what's going on in this game, but I don't want to necessarily be staring at the phone the whole time, but I don't want to miss anything. So I'll put the AirPod in and I'll be listening to the game while the AirPod, I'm like, yup. And I'll be over here acting like everything copacetic, like, yep, I'm focused. Dang, man, how you drop that pass? Like, what's good? You good? Oh, yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. All right. So, like I said, maybe it's just me, but shout out to y'all, man. All right. Cause yeah, bro. I'll be all right. I see y'all in the chat now. Okay. Tyler said, yo, man, that's you gotta bring an iPad for that. Mike could say, yeah, Moats, I'm with you. Shout out to Tyrell. He said, yo, that's how I be. Cause I swear I was over here like, man, I'm really over here like on my joint heavy, man. 4 games with a I'm telling you, look, Jamal, don't you judge me, man. 4 games, and this ain't even this ain't the match, the pro. I'll be over here like, hey, bro. All right, come on, man. Come on. Let me hold it up like this. I can see a little better this way. Swear, man. But that's how it is, man. And for sure, Mike, that is my go-to. I'm a 1 AirPod guy. They never know. You put 2 AirPods is obnoxious. They like, all right, bro, you ignoring me. You trying to be weird. 1 AirPod, they like, maybe he's on a call. Maybe it's important. Maybe you just have to be aware. All right, so I just throw that in there and be like, all right, I'm cool. But for sure, I'll be like, yo, score, make the play. What you mean you ain't make that play? God dang it. Shout out to the homie DJ Lenny. He says, y'all, I'm the same way, Mo. All right, bet. Look. I appreciate all of y'all, you know what I'm saying, being a part of this movement. All right. I needed that support. I needed to know that I wasn't by myself. Okay. Because I for sure be feeling like I'm by myself at times with that. Okay. And you already know X Concepts, 1 AirPod gang. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. For sure. That's the play, man. That's the play. I see you, Tyler. 4 games on the phone, 4 games on the iPad. Ball is life. Yes, I swear, ball is life, bro. I be here like, yo, I'm gonna have 4 games on this. I'm watching every game. I want to see it all. All right, I swear I'm with you, baby. So for sure, man. And while we at it, man, do what the homie Don Hefe Quan says. You know the Don Hefe Quan, man. Hit that like button, boys and girls. Y'all know the drill. I forgot all about saying hit the like button. So I supposed to been said that, man. Y'all got to keep me on track sometimes. Remind me, all right? Y'all not be getting caught up and cutting up sometimes, all right? Blame around the NFL. We started talking about around the NFL, and I got whacked out over here, man. It was just funny. I'm sorry, all right? But let me get back to it, though, man. Like I said, let's talk about that primetime game, Lions. It's like, yeah, that's what we on the thing on the top. In fact, I need the Lions to do well tonight, or at least David Montgomery, okay? Because I'm in a fantasy battle right now, right? And both of our squads did well, but we also had some key players struggle. And now I'm down 1 point, okay? I'm down 1 point, and I have David Montgomery, okay? The guy I'm going against, he's done, okay? He doesn't have anybody left. I have David Montgomery. So I just need David to just, don't do anything stupid. Just make a play or 2 here, and I get out of there with a win tonight. All right, that's all I'm hunting. I'm hunting David Montgomery. Give me some production. I need 1 fantasy point. Actually, 2 to secure the win, but no negatives. Because I've experienced the negatives before. It just made me want to throw my phone. All right. So just work with me, David. Work with me. I won't ask for much. But tonight, though, man, in terms of the Lions, we're going to learn more about them in terms of who they are, man, if they're good or not. So I do like that. Seeing with Chicago, man, I'm not the biggest fan of them. I think that they are going to take some more time, man, to get that thing all figured out, man. They for sure are a work in progress. But NFC South is tough to me, man, in terms of Baker. Panthers look good, man. Panthers look good, but they look good against the Falcons. So I'm kind of like, I don't know all the way, man. But Bryce, I do like what I saw from Bryce Young. But to me, man, that division for sure is going to be the Bucs. I think they're running away with it. They're sitting at 3-0 right now. Saints are struggling. But we knew the Saints were going to struggle when Derek Carr hit the retirement button on them boys at the beginning of the season. That's, kind of what comes with it. And yeah, they're going to have to figure that thing out. But to me, man, Tampa is for sure the team down there, baby. All right.